Welcome back, everyone. Sorry about the little break there. I had to get rental service, hooked up and everything. So we are going to jump back into another league as soon as the trade kind of finalizes and everything with the rental service. With Grixis Dragons. This is a deck that we played last week. As we usually do on this sort of Monday stream, and um, a deck that is quite fun and people really enjoy kind of watching. And so we're going to try and do some hot things with it again. We made a couple of changes, mostly to the main board, not the sideboard. The sideboard actually felt kind of fine last time, minus the fact that we played against 3 burn decks last time, which sucked like really bad. Um, but hopefully we don't do that this time. That'll make this a lot easier, I think. But while we're waiting for that to go, I'd like to say thank you guys for stopping by and hanging out today. There's quite a few of you in the chat, or at least a little bit of you. And hey, I know that it may not be a lot, it may not be normal to what other streamers have and all that, but it is something as far as me getting started out and doing this. Everything is, or anything is something, basically. And so I really appreciate, all of you guys hanging out. If you would, please hit the follow button. It doesn't cost you guys anything, and it helps other people kind of get my name out there, and um, helps other people see me and find me, and gets me more people to do that and all that stuff. So, and I'm sure you know how that works. The more followers you have, the easier it is for people to find you and all that stuff. So, if you wouldn't mind, please doing that. On top of that, I also have a YouTube channel with all of my leagues posted up there. It's youtube.com/Knight of St. Traft. You'll find me. Every league that I've done up until today should be posted on there, except for the one we did, or the 2 that we did last night. I was not able to upload. I had to go to work this morning, so I couldn't actually get that done. But I should be doing it sometime tonight. So you guys can expect to see that then. Otherwise, I'm going to kind of jump into a league with this after doing a little bit of a quick kind of rundown of what this deck does. Red Damnation, huh? Man, Moto things. All right, so a quick overview of this deck. We run 25 lands, and it's because we have a pretty heavy top end here. We kind of cut some of the bigger 5-mana dragons, but this deck kind of focuses a little bit earlier game, just kind of playing a little bit of a controlling game. It's got like lightning bolts to help fight, aggro decks, Serum VIsions to help kind of filter through its draws. It runs 2 Inquisition just to stop, help fight against like control decks and stuff. And it runs 3 Slumbering Dragon, which this card may not look like much, but a 3/3 for 1 obviously is pretty good. And it can't actually attack until it's an 8/8. And every time someone attacks you, it gets a +1/+1 counter. And that's for each creature that attacks you. So it actually forces aggro decks to slow down their attacker against you, because if they attack with too many things at once, this thing comes online and could start blocking, and it's just a giant creature that we only put 1 mana into. The other thing about this card is that because it's a dragon, it turns on little actual counterspell and an edict effect that also gains us 4 life when we have a dragon. We can also just have a dragon in our hand, so we have 4 Thunderbreak Regents at the top end, as well as 2 Nicol, Bolas, the Ravager. And we have 1 other dragon in the sideboard, in this Dragonlord Silumgar, who is just kind of this nuts, big, stupid finisher that can steal pretty much anything. I want to steal a Teferi with this really bad. That'd be fun. But in the sideboard, we have kind of exactly what you'd expect. Jeez, it's being weird again. Kind of exactly what you'd expect in sort of this style. We have a Damnation here to help fight against aggro decks, 2 Leyline of the Void to fight against graveyard decks, 2 Counterflux to fight against control, Izzet Staticaster to go after the tokens builds, as well as it's not really good against humans, but it's okay against some of the other aggro decks. Rakdos Charm is kind of a catch-all removal spell or hate card, where it exiles all cards from a graveyard, so it can be very good against Storm when it tries to go off with their graveyard. It destroys artifacts, so it can hit hate pieces. It can also hit Hollow One or anything out of like KCI or Hardened Scales Affinity, all that stuff. And it also has the each creature deals a damage to its controller clause, which can be very good against anything that tries to go wide to fight your dragons, which a lot of decks will try and do. It's particularly good against Mardu Pyromancer. Sometimes they hurt themselves enough and they put enough tokens into play where you can just straight outright kill them with this card. We have two Alpine Moons to help fight against Tron, two Fatal Push to help fight the aggro matchups, and then two Surgicals to fight against the combo decks like KCI and such. So that's Grixis Dragons. We played this last week as well as the week before, so like I said earlier, my YouTube channel has all these on it, so you can go and watch the other leagues there as well as watching this one right here. So we're just going to go ahead and jump into a league here and hopefully do better than Exhaustopus did. Exhaustopus did very poorly in the first 3 matches. So hopefully better than that. Also, hopefully better than last week. Last week we faced against 3 burn decks with this deck, and burn is not particularly a matchup that we're terrible against. But my configuration last week was a lot more heavy on the sort of black stuff. Like it had like Thought Seizes, and it had like a more greedy mana base, and um, it didn't have anything that. And I actually had cut one of the Foul-Tongue Invocations, stuff like that. So it turned out poorly. We didn't actually get anything against the burn decks. I think we got one of them in a game maybe, but it was just like not fun for us. So hopefully we'll run it back and do much better today. But if you are enjoying my content, like I said, please hit the follow button. And if you are watching on YouTube in the future or would like to watch any of my other YouTube matches, youtube.com/Knight of St. Traft, all one word. And you will find me there, as well as, if you wouldn't mind, please hitting the subscribe button there and hit the little bell for the little notifications so that you can know whenever I upload a video. All of my videos should have the deck that is in them in the title. So, and as well as the date that we played them to kind of keep them separated from each other. Oh, Grolin, I just saw that you were heading off to school. See you later. I guess you're kind of like, you got to go do school stuff, probably homework or something. So good luck with that. I'm not a college student any longer, so I don't have to worry about that. But I knew that struggle, so. Return to the queue. Come on. There we go. Let's do this. Let's cast some dragons, shall we? My chat is gigantic for some reason. This hand is a little slow, but if we're up against like a control matchup, this might be okay. Blue-red. Looks like Storm. So Storm might be a little tough. If we can maybe get not either of those. If we can maybe set up with some like counter spells or something, maybe we can try and stop them. These counterfluxes out of the sideboard are going to be very good, though. Brawl, sure. Okay, well, we definitely want to get the Brawl off the table. So let's Serum Visions first. See if we can't draw. Okay, Foul-Tongue Invocation and Serum Visions don't actually do anything. Let's bolt this idiot off the planet and yield through our opponent's next turn. It's just very possible that they kill us this turn, but that's also not entirely accurate that they do. And it looks like no. So having this other lightning bolt is definitely going to help. I think what we want to do is maybe fetch, and we are going to shock because it doesn't particularly matter what our life total is necessarily if they just have a deterministic kill. Let's bolt this idiot. And they are going to remand it. Yep. And we're just going to go back at it with it. Okay. Now, hopefully, we can start pressuring our opponent next turn, playing a Thunderbreak Regent, and maybe trying to fight while they're doing their thing. And it looks like they're still trying to set up, but it's possible that we can be like very close to dead. So this is definitely something. We're actually trying out Slumbering Dragon for the first time this week. Last week we did not have it. But man, this card is sweet. I really like this card a lot. We had decided that it's pretty good against like aggro matchups, just because it grows very quickly when they just like swing into you, and it turns on all of our Dragon Manners cards, Foul-Tongue Invocation and Silumgar Scorn. So play a creature. I dare you. Our opponent's not really likely to be able to do much. There's a Brawl. Okay, we're going to fetch in response here. We're going to get a second blue source. I would like you to tap your mana. Okay. Target you. Remand. One red. Desperate Ritual. Manamorphose Gifts. Yep. Unsubstantiate and then Gifts. Sure. Alright, well, it's likely that we are dead next turn. We have no way of pressuring our opponent, and it's likely going to be very hard for them to do everything perfectly. Resolving this Gifts awful slowly, though. Maybe we're not dead. Let's see. Okay. Empty in the main. That's weird. They already have a Past in Flames in their yard. Yeah, I think I just bin the rituals here. Then I just get rid of your creature. What is up, Fresh Profit? We are playing some dragons, if you can't tell. Some really okay ones and some really good ones. We are about to lose to Storm, so maybe we're not dead to Storm. I'm okay with this. Ooh. Well, this should be good for us. Getting this dragon down under a remand. Totally thought that was going to get countered. Yep, I don't really have anything on this turn, so I'm just drawing a bunch of lands. But my opponent also doesn't have much. Anger of the Gods likely isn't doing anything until they cast that, what is it? That Empty the Warrens that's in their hand. And I may actually let them attack with it once, however many that they get, just because it'll turn on my Slumbering Dragon, and then I can just anger, don't kill my dragons, and then kill their entire board. We'll have to see what they do here. Nauseous Revival of Baral. Sure. They have cast Baral. They have a ritual. Sure. Am I dead now? I think this means I'm dead. My opponent is much better at the game of Storm than I am. If they cast this Goblin spell, I might actually be able to just straight up kill them. This Anger of the Gods might put them in the ground, unless they have a way to get enough Storm to kill me. I'm going to let them do what they want. How's everyone else doing today? Hopefully not dying to Storm right away, like I am. I apologize. I was going to get Stream Decker up on this stream today, but I decided that... Jeez. Well, their Chokehold isn't mana. But I really don't want them to Grape Shot more than once. Let's just do that. It's going to suck. That's like the worst decision ever. It honestly probably doesn't matter. But yeah, I was going to get Stream Decker up for today, but I was actually kind of busy earlier, so I didn't manage to get it before the stream started, so I apologize for that. So that people could see the deck list and everything, but, oh geez. Storm is huge. Can you kill me? Probably can. Yeah, I'm like dead, right? They just flashback Grape Shot and kill me? I assume my opponent knows what to do. They're not targeting any of my dragons, so you got me. Okay, so Rakdos Charm, Surgicals, Counterflux. I like having a Staticaster against their I probably want the Terminate. I don't want the Dreadbore. I like having Staticasters against Goblins just because that's something that they will absolutely try and do. Cut a dragon, cut some Kolaghan's commands because they aren't very good, and that seems to be fine, actually. Let's do that. And I would like to be on the play. This hand is awful, but it prevents them from attacking me or storming off on me, so. Sure. Not doing anything. Oh, I could have Serum Visions turn one. Yeah, it's fine. Staticaster, sure. If they have Baral next turn, then we can... Alright, we don't actually want these lands, but this Sarkhan's pretty good, I'm sure. If we had the mana to cast him, I guess. Maybe we should have kept one of those lands on top, just in case. A dude, you got it. Get him out of my face. Always lucky. Oh, it comes in tapped. Dang it. I was so excited. Did you guys hear the excitement in my voice? Exhaustopus did not. We went 0-3. I think some of the changes that we made were correct, but I think I didn't work on it enough. I kind of rushed what I fixed with it. The having 4 of the Eldrazi Displacers is super good. That card is insane. I wonder if the Seachrome Coasts are like just a little bad. The Thalia's definitely worked. I wonder if you want something like, because like you're trying to like you're like tapping down their lands and you're like preventing them from doing a whole lot of things. Like, I wonder if it's correct to, do we go shields down? Are they going to storm off next turn? They definitely can, right? Brawl, Ritual Gifts, kill me. Yeah, I don't want to go shields down. So anyway, you're kind of like taxing them by like tapping down their things and preventing them from casting things by, doing all this kind of stuff. And I wonder if there's a consideration for um, playing Little Thalia, right? Sure, playing Little Thalia, like the one that makes everything cost one more. I wonder if that's good. I mean, it might not be. So they have an unsubstantiate. They don't have these. They have an unsub in the sleight of hand. Sure. Because that way you're tapping down their lands. Yeah, no, Big Dahlia was actually really good too. I actually really liked her as well. We need to be doing something, and we're just not because we're too afraid of them just like storming off on us. And this unsub is gonna suck because it gets around uncounterable spells. Yeah, so I wonder if you just like have both Thalias. So like you make all their crap cost one more, and then you just like prevent them from doing a whole lot because they have like a billion and one lands tapped down. I wonder if that's good. It might be good. Oh, yes. Yes. Thank you, opponent. I appreciate you so much. Man, I don't have anything to do until your end step. This is really stupid. I don't like this. This is really dumb. Why would you make me do this, opponent? Oh, wait. Staticaster. Beep. Oops. Okay, so I like just setting up here. Okay, both of these are very good. Top. They can likely storm off next turn. But I wonder if I'm okay with going shields down for a turn to cast this Sarkhan. It's probably fine, right? I just like super dead on the backswing. I needed to be drawing lands, and I'm not drawing lands for 2 turns. What's the top card? How did I put it? I put Rakdos Charm first. So I can't even cast it if I play Sarkhan. Okay, we're not going to go shields down. Yeah. Well, I guess if they like storm me, I need to pieces. Do I just counter this? I probably don't, right? I want to save this for oh jeez. Well, they can't take those. They've already cast this sleight of hand. They still have the unsub. They cast a desperate ritual. They binned both of those. Is it up to 2? Oh, I guess it is. So they actually have a pieces of the puzzle. Okay. Sure. Yep, I think I'm just gonna sit here. I watched it for like all of 20 seconds, Lolly. Sorry. You have a pieces. Sure. Okay, so you can't get that one. You can't get that one. You put pieces in the bin, and you put remand in the bin. So you have a pyretic ritual. Oh no, they grabbed another pieces. Okay, so Silumgar's Scorn is going to mean that they are not doing anything next turn. Alright, so I could start turning the corner as soon as... Yeah, I've got to watch it. I watched a little bit of it, but I'll have to sit down and watch it. I did get my car fixed today. It was ridiculous. It was like $450 worth of repairs. It was some just like ridiculous amount. Desperate Rituals, spliced, yeah, sure. Pyretic, sure. I assume they're going to cast a Past in Flames. Alright, response, exile your graveyard, red, oops, black, red. And they're going to unsub this. Dispel. You know, funny story about Dispel. It still gets countered if I reveal a Slumbering Dragon. They're just going to have Manamorphose and just like screw me. Manamorphose unsub my Silumgar Scorn or something. I agree. Rakdos Charm is very underplayed. Yeah, no, it was ridiculous. It was just like absolutely ridiculous. The car payments. I had to get like brake lines fixed and bunch of other stuff. I don't remember exactly what it was. It was something ridiculous though. Sure, you have like 1,000,000 mana. Yep. Yep. Grape shot me for 11. Or are you gonna kill my dude? Likely killing my dude. Oh, he had to go shields down, so this grape shot's gonna go off, unfortunately. And it's a bunch at me, and then the burst view it at my Staticaster, and then they're gonna empty, I assume? Sure. Empty for a bunch. Alright, we need Anger of the Gods off the top. That is not Anger of the Gods. And we can't even do it if we cast Sarkhan. We could Foul-Tongue Invocation, gets rid of 1, but then we only go up to 17. There's like 30 creatures in play. They had it. Of course they had it. They always do. Let's think here. Is there anything I can do here? There's nothing I can draw off Sarkhan. Foul-Tongue doesn't do anything. Slumbering Dragon only blocks one of them. Bolting one of them still makes me taking 22. Yeah, yeah. You know what? You're right. It would be. I'm gonna be a 27-27, right? Not a 37-37. You know what? You're right. Just for the chat, I'm gonna play this Slumbering Dragon. Just for you guys. I want you to see how big this boy gets. I wonder if they're too afraid to attack into this. Would that be just hilarious if they're like, no, please don't. Always yield. Hey, look, guys! It's so big! Alright, I'm dead. A block one. Fog? Mr. Grixis, your deck needs fog. Oh, man, if I had fling in this, oh, that'd be sweet. Just, like, throw it at their face. I didn't even see... They sent me a message. I didn't get to see it. Dang it! That's fine. We're going to jump back into the next one. That was amusing, at least. That was a big dragon. I loved it. Gosh, if we had fling, that'd have been so dead. No, they had a remand, right? I didn't have a second red source, so my land base was just like atrocious that game. So they had unsub and remand actually. So we would have had to been able to like triple cast it, and you can't even do that with fling because it sacks as part of the cost. We would have gotten like super blown out. Please, Wizards, print me a sudden, or what is it? Split second fling. That's what I want. On the play, that's good. This hand is probably not terrible, but not amazing. We want a dragon for Foul-Tongue, but this Serum Visions might set us up. This Anger of the Gods is likely good against an aggro deck. This is good against a control deck. Let's try it. Let's do this. I'm going to make my hand a little bit bigger for you guys, so you guys can see what's going on. Just realized that you guys are kind of getting shafted in that. You guys aren't seeing very much of my hand. Visions. Another land is good. Yeah, I actually want all of these cards. I just really like drawing cards, guys. Green. Tron. Dang it, Bobby. I thought we told you not to do that anymore. This Field of Ruin might be good. This Thunderbreak Regent is like... Oh, God. These are just super good. I'm not a fan of Tron. Not a fan at all. I really appreciate it. If my opponent... What is this? Wow, that is gorgeous. I take back everything I said, Tron player. That's gorgeous. I'm a fan. Jeez, these things are beautiful. What happened to me? Okay, so... This Field of Ruin is probably pretty good. It's too bad we don't have a surgical extraction, huh? Oh, I should have played the mountain. I could have Sarkhaned. Dang it. Just making misplays everywhere, chat. Just misplays for days. What have you got? What have you got, opponent? Anything good? Another Sylvan Scrying? Sure. I don't have an answer for that one. Well, I guess I'll yield to the end step. See what they do. They're grabbing the mine, and they played the power plant. So they have the mine. I'm just going to Field of Ruin this one. Just going to get you out of here. Let's see. Anything good? Okay. All right. All right. Wow. This is likely going to just be super good. Plus discarding this lightning bolt because it does absolutely nothing. And draw the Silumgar Scorn. We might actually be able to do it, chat. There's the mine. Oblivion Stone, sure. This K command really likes that target. So, thank you. I'm one away from just, like, wrecking everything in their lives. Let's plus... Yes, discard this Anger of the Gods because it does nothing. Another Silumgar Scorn, okay. Unfortunately, we have to just K command this thing. Which kind of sucks, but it's the beats we have. Let's see. Target player discards a card, destroy target artifact. So you discard, blow up that thing. Grixis might actually have an okay matchup against Tron. Just with all the Kolaghan's commands and random things like that. Counter spells and stuff. As I say that, I'm going to get Karned. Okay, that's not a Karn. Is that an Ugin? Sure. Unfortunately, I don't have much against this Ugin. I need to draw like Dreadbore right now. Another Sarkhan is likely okay, though. Inquisition, that's not going to do anything. Huh. I had to open my big stupid mouth, huh? I had to say that Grixis has probably got an okay matchup against Tron, and then we get Troned. Bolt my Sarkhan. Sure. World Breaker. I don't know if we're getting out of this one. That's fine. Alright. So we bring in these Alpine Moons, we bring in these Surgical Extractions. We'll probably bring in a Counterflux and a Dragonlord Silumgar. We're going to cut down on a Thunderbreak Regent, a couple of these Foul-Tongue Invocations. These Inquisitions don't do a whole lot. These bolts don't do any... Oh, well, might want to keep the bolts, I guess. Yeah, make sure that they're matching. Oh, this Terminate doesn't do anything, actually. Bring in this other Lightning Bolt, I guess. Maybe I want another Counterflux, honestly, over this bolt. This bolt's just likely not doing anything other than going up to the dome. I would like to play first. I am probably fine keeping this hand. Yes, Serum VIsions hopefully set up something good. Thunderbreak, bottom, top, because that card is stupidly good. Urza's Tower into Chromatic Star. Okay, not a map, that's fine. Oh, I should have cut these Anger of the Gods too. Jeez. This is just going to sit in my hand for a while. That sucks. I never do this deck justice on stream. It's really unfortunate. Urza's Power Plant. Chromatic Sphere, sure. Hmm. They're just going to play the other Tron piece and we're going to cry. Come on. Of course they had it. Think we'll have a deck called 12... Oh. Well... That's likely pretty good. Okay, so I want to Field of Ruin. What's the... They played this one third? This one. I don't have much black left in my deck, honestly. It's probably fine just to get a mountain. Bottom. Top. We're going to go shields down. We're going to name Urza's Mine. That's the one we just blew up? Alright. That is no text. Well, it is the text of can tap for any color mana. I mean, we could have just revealed the Slumbering Dragon or the Thunderbreak Regent, but it wouldn't have mattered. Alright, well, if they have a way to remove this, we might be screwed, but it looks like they don't. But of course they had the extra one of this, huh? We just, like, guessed wrong and it screwed us. Play a dragon. This is never attacking, but I will absolutely do it. Okay, so now our Silumgar Scorn can stop whatever they do to try and blow this up, but we need to get our threat into play and we need to start going ham. So... Perfect. That allows us to cast our threat and have Counterspell back up. Six mana. What is it? Dragons? Well, unfortunately, my opponent didn't play around me having... Oh. My opponent didn't play around me having straight up Counterspell. Another Silumgar Scorn right there would have been like the nut. Alright, 4 turns. God, and this Anger of the Gods isn't going to do anything either. Now they have 7 mana to just Karn me. Dang it. It's a World Breaker. That's not as exciting, but that still sucks. And they have a Sanctum of Ugin to go get a Ulamog, I'm sure. $20 on Ulamog, right here. Walking Ballista. Dang, I owe the world $20. Did not see that one coming. Do I just trade this Anger and this Thunderbreak for this World Breaker? Probably. I mean, it sucks because it's like our only threat, but like we need to. Just get rid of everything ever. Here's Ulamog. Jeez. Where were you last turn? Okay, well, I think we're dead, because I don't think we have an answer to this. Sure. I don't think the Walking Ballista particularly matters, but... Why would you not attack there? Like, I don't have anything. I'm just not going to let my opponent play with me. We're just going to move on to the next one, hopefully do better. Gosh, every time. I hate Tron, I really do. I cannot wait until Guilds of Ravnica comes out, and then I can just, like, ruin their day with Jund. This league is going by pretty quick, though. Or tonight, even, in general, is going by pretty quick. Does anyone want me to run back a third one? I don't really have a third one to do. I could play that mono white enchantment list I played yesterday. That list is sweet. I love it. But Ashes isn't even here to watch it, so that kind of sucks. So if there's another meme you want me to throw in this list, I can definitely do that. Okay. Let's think about this. Okay, let's not keep this hand because this hand is trash. And this hand is somehow worse. Alright. Okay. Well, we've got to keep it and then just like cry ourselves to sleep. Sure. Take one of my Anger of the Gods. You didn't listen to me, opponent. It isn't very nice of you. Let's just move on to game 2. My gosh, that was ridiculous. So, it's likely that they're playing something we have to actually interact with a little bit. Which usually just means cutting some of these bad grindier cards and putting in some cards that actually affect the board right away. I wonder, Dragonlord Silumgar is probably better actually than like Foul-Tongue Invocation maybe. We don't really know what our opponent's doing, but there's like no way that we want to let them know what we're doing. Okay, so this hand is something. I'm sorry, Mr. Grixis, if you're watching either now or watching sometime in the future. 8 rack. Okay. Sure. But I apologize if you're watching sometime in the future. I'm sure that this doesn't look very good for you. It or it just kind of like sucks to watch. Like, I hate playing against Tron. It just tilts me off the side of the planet. So I apologize. Good news is they don't have an answer for this Sarkhan. We are likely going to do some good things because what are they doing? Another Raven's Crime? Sure. Because they're playing 8 rack. The likelihood of them, my gosh, if we just don't play out too many cards, the Sarkhan can help us buy into this Thunderbreak Regent. Alright, so hopefully we have protection from a bunch of different things. They're just going to double Raven's Crime us and we're going to cry. Nice. Lily. Okay. That might be good. Oh, wait, no. Lily's really bad for us, right? Lily is just like the card that kills us. Oh, why did I... Oh, my gosh. Well, Fatal Push doesn't do anything. And we already discarded our Dreadbore. They're not going to minus on this. I don't know why I played it. It's better just to keep it in my hand, I think. Shrieking, sure. Gosh. Yep. Just going to get bolted. One more mana? Come on. Oh, that would have been so good. Just steal this and make our opponent really feel it. Fortunately, we have to do that. Of course, we draw the land after that. I don't know. This ultimate might take us down home though. Sure. Oh, they have a Mutavault. I don't know why I thought this was going to get there. 8-Rack is likely a very bad matchup for this deck. So is Tron. I don't even remember what we fought in the first round, but it wasn't good. Just not ever winning this game. Sorry, Mr. Grixis. That didn't work out. I'm just so off my game today. I can't pay attention. I can't make any right moves. Okay. I'm going to go and do a break a little bit. I'm going to try and calm down. And I'm going to come back with, we're going to do Mono White Prison again. That deck was a lot of fun. We played it last night. And I really enjoyed it. And I've got some changes I want to make to it. So I'm going to do those. So I will be right back. I apologize. It's going to be a little bit longer of a break than... it shouldn't be more than like a minute or two. So I will see you guys soon.